new brewery and beer for you guys to review tonight. Bought it simply because of the label and because it was brand new in our beer specialty store. It's called Fixed Gear. It's an American red ale from the Lakefront Brewery out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So we all know that Milwaukee, Wisconsin knows what they're doing when it comes to brewing beer. Kudos there. Lakefront Brewery is brand new on the East Coast. For us, never ever been able to try it before. They've been around for 25 years. It's on their bottle cap. I bought this simply because of the name. So the fixed gear bicycle has become real popular in the last couple of years. You see it at mountain bike races, cyclocross races. The new cafe bike. So I thought, man, that's pretty cool. So great name. It's an American red ale. It's a 6.8% alcohol, and for a red ale, that's pretty high. Normally they're in the 5s. So we are going to try this thing out. I've never had anything from these guys. On their website, it talks about 2 guys who like to make beer or something to that effect. Enjoy what they're doing. So they've got some great names. They got something called a wheat monkey or monkey wheat. Big into marketing. If you ever watch my other videos, I like labeling. I like things like we're run on solar energy. Anything to kind of pocket yourself to a specific market. That's how you survive. So check this guy out. It's got a nice red color, real thick for the most part, dissipating a little bit frothy head, white in color, and definitely lacing the glass at that 6.8% alcohol. Fairly filtered. Definitely can see your hand on the other side. Looks just like a red ale should look. It almost smells red. It smells very similar to something like a Killian's. It's got that kind of malty flavor to it. The way they describe it is inspired by the energy and audacity of the fixed gear courier. So going back, kind of what I was saying, you talk about like in New York City. So the bicycle courier. A lot of them are riding fixed gears. Why do they do that? Less maintenance, lighter weight. They're just fun bikes to ride. So, good inspiration. It said Lakefront Brewery ran smack into this arresting creation. The Fixed Gear is a bold, big American red ale. It pours in a glaring crimson tone with a rocky white head and a brilliant floral citrus aroma, thanks to an aggressively dry hop. It definitely has some citrus in it. I'll give them that. It's more of a kind of sweet type fruit. It's got a malty spine and an intrepid caramel flavor. Blows a vivid and gratuitous amount of 2-row pale and dark caramel malts. Has a citrus bite from the Chinook and Cascade hops, which are very common. Fruity esters from the ale yeast. And the IBUs are 54. And it says this one definitely has some attitude. It does that. This is good. It definitely is very citrusy on the palate. It's not in the aroma. I mean, you can smell it, but it's nothing like when you first taste this thing, you can tell there's all kinds of kind of citrusy backgrounds to it. It's very, 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 I would almost call it a heavy body, medium to heavy. It fills up your mouth. It definitely has a lot of flavor to it. It's one of those beers that kind of explodes in your mouth. I like that. I like that for a lot of reasons. Number one, this is a beer you want to have, come home from work, come home from doing something in the yard. You just want to have one beer, sit and relax for a second, but you want it to have a little bit of bite to it, a little bit of fullness to it. Definitely that. Red ales. Red ales typically are what I call thin. They don't have a lot of body to them. They kind of just drain down your palate fairly easily. This beer does not. This beer's got a lot of thickness to it, a lot of malt to it. Definitely has a lot of hops to it. The IBU's a 54. I love IPAs. I would almost say this was upwards in the 60s to 70s in terms of what it tastes like in your palate. This beer is extremely good. This is way better than I had anticipated. Yeah, it's kind of like an IPA with a red ale tone to it. It's very pale ale-ish, which is to my flavor. I like this a lot. I think I paid $11 for the 6-pack. Like I said, Lakefront Brewery's brand new to me, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I mean, this goes without saying, but I always say it on my YouTube videos. If you've tried this beer before, especially if you've had some experience with this, out of Milwaukee or in the area, you're from the area, you know a lot about Lakefront Brewery, you live near them, please comment on the YouTube channel. Please give us a good comment. We appreciate them. We like it when there's some local intel. And most importantly, we want to know what you think about it if you've tried it before. So, I mean, I would give this at least a 4. I would definitely buy this again. I think it's worth the money. I think it's unique in that it's what I would call a hoppy red ale, which I personally like for my palate. And I'd give at least, a 4 on a rating scale, 1 to 5. So, talk to us out there. Let us know what you think about this beer. Great marketing. I really, really, really dig it. And we're on YouTube, we're on Twitter. And, of course, as always, we're on Facebook, and we appreciate it when you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We upload all the time, and we thank you for watching microreview.com. Cheers.